Hey fam, so I got a request from one of us to make a video on filling using acrylic powder. And before that, I'll advise you register with any nail technician close to you because I feel you learn better that way. But then I'm still going to explain the best way I can. Not actually my best tutorial, but then it's beginner friendly. Now, if you're filling your acrylic powder, what you need to know is that if you have different kind of liquid, and then powder varies. Okay, now when you're filling, the mixture of your liquid and your acrylic powder is called a bead. When you dip your brush into a liquid, and then you maybe take out the excess liquid from your brush and then you dip it on your powder, what is being formed called a bead. Now, as a beginner, I'll advise you don't take too much beads. Now, if I'm going to fill it on a client, I may go with like 3 beads, because I have to take like more much bead because I can work with much bead. But I'm going to make this video like with little bit by bit kind of bead so that you can understand me. Now, if you notice, I have been picking my beads gradually, small, and so that it can fill up. So if you're a beginner, I would advise you don't go with bulky beads, because when it's bulky and you don't know how to blend very fast, it will end up becoming or getting dried very fast and you have bulky beads or you have a rough feeling. So I'll advise you pick your bead. Now know that there's a texture that is somehow easy for you to blend with when your bead is not so dry and not so liquid. Okay, so if you are picking your bead, you pick your liquid, put on your powder, you dab one, dab two. I think it's okay that way, and then you've placed. Now when you're placing your bead on the nails, I would advise you blend out the upper part first. So the upper part will be a little bit flat, like it will be aligning with the same level of your nails, while the other part of the bead you just blend it up to overlap the previous bead. I don't know if you're understanding me. So as you pick your bead, you place it on like a little space close to the previous bead, and then you blend it in. Now we go to your critical area. Critical area is, you don't really place your bead on the critical area. You place it like on the joining before the previous bead application, and then you carefully push it towards the critical area. Okay, now pushing towards critical area, it allows you to be able to like arrange it well so that the bead does not climb the person's skin, instead of it to be on the nail. So when you put it on your critical area, carefully push it towards the critical area and then you blend it out and fill. Now, if you notice, right now the other part of my filling is not actually properly filled. I have to take another bead. Now I used a liquid bead. Not necessarily it must be a liquid bead though, but if you notice the liquid bead, it's not actually that thick. So liquid bead is for me is actually very okay. I can actually manipulate my way with liquid bead. Like you actually just work with liquid bead. Liquid bead makes things, it helps you to smoothen out some things. But when it comes to a dry bead, it's not really acceptable because there's no way you can work with a dry bead. So if you happens to pick a bead and it's too dry, I would advise you just take it out and we pick another bead. Now this part of the bead, this part of the nails, I'm actually trying to make it a little bit bulky because I want it to be having that raised effect. So I had to fill that part again and also blend it towards my critical area so it just blends well towards the nails. Now this is actually the tutorial I'm having for today. I hope you learned something really. I don't know if this is really understandable, but I hope you learned something. Now I'm going to make on a part two. I'm making a video on how we get to use an e-file to file, the particular speed to use an e-file, and basically how to work with an e-file. See you guys in our next video.